Well, hello everybody, and welcome again to Instructional here with Dice Up the Classroom. I'm your host, of course, Ryan Reed, and got my Flipgrid shirt on today. So today I decided I'd do a little something with here using either Edpuzzle or Nearpod. People have seen that I have used these in the past for both classroom lessons, and I am using Nearpod a lot this year. So I decided to do a little bit of how you can create just simple video assessments and video instructions here using Edpuzzle and Nearpod. Very quick little tutorial, nothing too crazy. The first thing I'm going to go is do on Edpuzzle. I've been using this for quite a while. So once you do is you go to edpuzzle.com. If you have yourself a Google account, then you just go ahead and sign in with Area 2. And then, of course, you just locate your school district. My one here at the time of this video is, of course, Stillman Valley. So right here, and if you click on here, you can see people who have their anything they've done within Stillman Valley. Anybody who is a teacher on here is on here. What you can do is you can get personal accounts, district accounts, and school accounts and everything. Full district accounts will run you a little about $500. You can get educational discounts as well. Personal accounts will pretty much run you a good $50 to $100 depending on what you do. And as you can see, I have several ones here. So I'm going to show you exactly how just to make a quick little Edpuzzle video using the different tools on here, whether you use your own video or if you, of course, use one from YouTube or Venmo or ones that are already established in Edpuzzle. So the first thing is you go ahead and click on content. You can either go here, hit the home button, click on top, or so forth. So one here too, as you can see here, there'll be trending ones. So people who have been doing current videos or ones that have been used by a lot of teachers will always at the top. Depending on your state or school district, you'll see right here, here's a lot of are showing up right now here in Illinois. And here's one just across the US, everywhere from National Geographic about the planet Neptune to, of course, basic things of math annex. So there's a lot of here. All you have to do is search for content. So let's say I was going to look up on the butterfly stages. I can click on here. And right here, you can do it. And as you can see, they have several on here. You can define it by subjects such as art, general education, math. You can do it by grade level. Maybe you're looking for something for a fourth grade class, and click on fourth grade and hit save. And it'll do here. Also, you can see you can do it by country. So you can look here. I will, of course, keep United States since I have constant area 2. But let's say you have some ELA students that are Hispanic or are exchange students. You actually can go through and set up languages for them. So right here, I'm going to go ahead and do this one, fourth grade level. This is actually right here is Beautiful Butterfly is actually Metamorphosis of the Life Cycle. It's a very simple one here. And as you can see, you can go ahead and check out. These little points here are questions or interactions here. So when you do this, you'll have your little areas. It'll show your open-ended questions here if you've had a pre-created one here. And there will also be other ones here that have used the same video for your recordings too. So let's say this one has a quote classic of 4 ones plus voice notes. It's not much different, but you can go ahead and screen this. So I can go ahead and watch Beautiful Butterfly. It'll do things. You can, of course, take care of blood air too. And of course, I can just go right to the questions if I want to and see what they say. So right here it says, tell me what you know about butterflies. So that's a nice little one, and it's open-ended, so you can go ahead and just let that leave there. I am a tiny. You can go over here and do that. Where is an egg? Where is the egg at? You can say right here on the base of a leaf. And you just keep going. And right here, the black and yellow colored blank the green leaf. What's he doing? He's eating the green leaf. So you can do that. Now, what's really cool here, let's say you want a little something in between here. Maybe you're actually studying this specific type of caterpillar. So maybe you want to add in a question here to do this. So what you want to do is to make sure this is part of your video, you'll go ahead and, sorry about that, people. I found out that it's on the bottom here. So right here, I can do a couple things. I can go ahead and edit this specific video, or I can just make a copy and then add in my question. It's up to you what to do. But I'm just gonna make this very simple here and add this to my area. So I'm just gonna hit copy here. And as you can see, it's copied right here to my content. So now I'm just gonna go over here. It's also easier to do this so that way you don't run into any problems. So there it is. So I can go now here onto here. Click on my butterfly, your name will appear on here. And now what I can do is I can go ahead and edit this. So let's say I want to hit the edit button, because what I want to do is I want to add another question to this. As you can see, everything's done. I can maybe even trim this down if I want this video to be longer or short. I can just left click here and drag it, and it will shorten the video up. So maybe I don't really want to hear the end part of the song. Maybe I want to finish it.
like.
And just leave it there. That way I don't have that little commercial and like the videos, especially if you're using it for 4th grade students, you want that done. So now I can go ahead and do pieces to where I've cut it up. But now I can maybe ask a little pieces. So maybe I want to add an extra question. Remember when I talked about that one question about where is the butterfly eating? Maybe I want to add another question here. So I'm just going to move this question over a little bit. I'll hit the play button.
I chew my shell and leaves I just munch.
And then I can just go add up a new question and say, what type of caterpillar is this? And also remember to check your spelling, or spelling counts. I hit save, and then it'll add the next question here, and then it goes forward and forward too. And then I can just go on to the end of the video. I'm going to add just a quick little note here.
I am a beautiful butterfly.
So I can go to the note here and I say, now please go to Google, I'll say Seesaw in this case, Seesaw, and create your own stages of butterfly using your drawing tools. And there you go. It has a little note here. I'll hit save. It finishes up here and it goes here. I also could add a voice note, but once this is all set and good to go, I can just hit the finish button. And then I can just hit the assign button and assign it to a class if I have I don't have any classes right now because they're not set up yet because school hasn't started yet. But then that's one way. Another way is you actually can find a YouTube video maybe you want to use. Let's say here, I'm going to go to YouTube here. And there's actually a great little video over here. So let's go over to, let's see here. Where is the video? Let's house relax. Hawaii. Here we go. 10 ways to stream Google Keep by our buddy Matt Miller. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here. Matt, big shout out for you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop here. I have two ones. There is actually, if you have using Chrome, you actually can add an extension where you can say edit with Edpuzzle and it'll take it right there. Another way is you go over to the share button, you hit the copy button, and then you go over to Edpuzzle. What I'm going to do is go right over here and I'm going to click on YouTube and I'm going to search for that URL. So I'm going to click in here. It'll take a second. It's found Matt's little area. So maybe I want to talk about little tutorial. So what happens is now I can just do the same thing here. I can cut over, add questions. So let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and do Matt's little area really quick here.
Hey folks, it's Matt Miller from Ditch That Textbook, and today we're going to be talking about...
And let's say I don't want all of Matt's introduction. I just want to do him where he gets to go into Google Keep. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut this here until we get to Google Keep. So he starts that right here. And then I'll just play this.
So let's jump over to the screen real quick. And so the easy way to find Google Keep, there's a couple of places.
See, there we go.
Obviously just go to keep.google.com, or you can search for it on the on iOS on the App Store if you have an iPhone or an iPad. It's also...
I'm going to pause it right there. I'm going to switch right to questions. Right here, I'm going to add into an open question. I'm going to say, name me 2 ways to get to Google Keep. Pretty much set it right there. Hit save. It pauses, then I will continue from there.
For Android, and then there's
I'm going to move this up a little farther to the video.
So the easy way to
make sure though you're grabbing that and not the question area here. So I'm going to move that back here. Remember, you always want to question. You want to
phone. This is one of the things that I love to be able to.
So right there, let's go.
Picture of what you want to take a note of, and it doesn't go in text. Then you can always kind of like draw a picture of it. So imagine, you know, kind of like drawing out maybe like...
And I could add a question right now too, which is multiple choice. And I say, what tool is Matt using to create the box? And the 2 questions here, I'll say the pen tool. I call this the marker tool, which he's not using. And then I'll go ahead and click on the green arrow, and that's good. Now it's multiple choice. I'll hit save.
Like a flip. And
there we go. So I would keep going through this video really quick until everything is set up. Once everything's good to go, I would just, of course, finish the video. So I'd hit here, I hit the finish here. it would allow me to now view all this area. And then, of course, I can, of course, share the assignment and assign it to a classroom. Pretty simple. And I can turn on prevent skipping. You know how you get students that say, oh, yeah, I watched the video. I'm like, really? Then what happened to X, Y, and Z? Well, I didn't watch that video. Well, that part is it keeps them from skipping. So if you turn this on, it keeps them from skipping. How else can you set the date? Maybe you set this all up on a Saturday. I'm recording this on a Wednesday. I want this assignment to go out next Tuesday. I can hit that, hit save, and then I give it a due date that they got until the 20th. That way, if anybody's sick, absent, there's technology problem, they've got at least 10 days to finish this assignment on Google Keep. After that is considered late, and it will be marked as late. And then after that, I can also turn on closed captioning. Sometimes we get recording issues. Sometimes there's always a weird little audio glitch. Doesn't matter if it's a Chromebook, a desktop, or on your phone or tablet. So I always make sure closed captioning is on. That way they can at least read the screen. It's also good for reading comprehension as well for assignments. So once that's all done, I'll go ahead and assign this, and we're good to go. I don't have any classes set up, so there's nothing to do. So I'll go back to content. And once it all loads here, I can just go right over to my content, and right here is the video. And then what I can do is I can organize these. So right here I can go ahead and click on this video here. I can't drag and drop in here. You have to assign your videos if you make your folder. So what I do, this one for 10 ways here, I talk about how to use Google Keep in Business Basics. So I'm just going to click on that. I get the move to folder, and I'll just really simply just scroll down until I get to Business Basics. I'm going to put this in Collar Jobs, and I'm done. And then here for Beautiful Butterfly, I'm actually just having a little fun with this video. So I'm just going to go ahead, click on this. I'm going to say move to a folder, and I'm just going to make a new folder, and I'm just going to call this Fun Videos for Instruction. Pretty much just what I do for my testing ground. I'm going to hit create a folder. It's going to show it right there. So then as you can see, they're not alphabetical. They're in the row you've created them. So I'm going to click on here. I'm going to say move here. And now those videos are in here. So you have practice videos. I have Adobe Illustrator. I click in here. Here's all my videos ready to go. So cool beans. That's some basics here. You also can upload your own videos too. If you go to my content, you also can upload. So you can go right here and hit add content, and you can upload a video, or you can actually create it right from scratch. It's up to you. You also can assign a student project, but if upload videos, very simply, just click upload. You can do it from Google Drive. You can do it from your own file. Maybe you've worked on a various one video, Screencastify, so forth, and you can just upload the video too. Also, if you use Screencastify, and I'll show you right here, if I can just get to, yep, there it is, my recordings. Go ahead and close these down. I can click right here. Let's talk about this one I was working, which was called about how to make a hyperlink one. I recorded this back in the spring. But if you go right here, there's a share button. If I click on the share button, and if you have an Edpuzzle account, you just click upload the Edpuzzle, and it directly goes right into Edpuzzle, and you can do all the fun parts. So there's using Edpuzzle for things. I'm now going to show you about Nearpod. Nearpod's similar, but a little different. So I'm going to go to Nearpod here. Same thing, nearpod.com. By the way, you get a free account for 2 gigs of space. If you are a higher account, you have everything here from teachers to administrators. You get more areas. But I'm going to go ahead and log in. I have a gold account from getting a full thing here. I'm just going to log in with Google, and that'll take me right in here. Moving my window. Got to keep you guys entertained. And I'll go ahead and hit this. And then it's right there. So then right here, you can do it the same way. You can actually look in the libraries. I could look up here. I could look up supply and demand. There's a video ready to go right here. If I want to create one, I can go over here and hit create on the arrow. I can click on video, and I can do that. And there's videos. You can see there's ones right here you can set up right there. So you can go ahead and search videos. So right here, I could put in, like, let me say I'll put in the economy or economics and everything. Put on here, and you can classify these by areas. It's going to take a little bit. Right here is Intro to Economics through Crash Course. I love Crash Course, but you click on this, and it's the same way. You have previous ones. They do quiz here, and then, of course, what you can do is you can just go ahead and hit Add an Activity, so you can add Open-Ended Question, Multiple Choice Question. Very similar to Edpuzzle with some differences. Another thing you can do is you can completely create them from scratch. So let's say I go here to Nearpod. I go to Create. I'm going to say I'm going to create a video. I do it right here. It takes a second to load depending on things. And then what I'm doing is I just want to do this absolutely from scratch. So I can go ahead and categorize. Maybe this is going to be a technology and computers. This is going to be high school level. And I'm just going to go right here to two ways I could do this. I can go to YouTube and do the URL, do the exact same thing, or I can just upload a video. And you can do that from your Drive, Dropbox, your cloud server. You can drag and drop. So I can click on this and I can upload a video. Similar to that, but I'm going to go to YouTube first. So I'm just going to search YouTube and I'm putting Crash Course for Crash Course Economics. And which one do I want? Here we go. Ancient Egypt. Really cool one. So I can click on Ancient Egypt. I'll hit save. It will take a second, depending on how big the video is, to get here. And then there you go. So now you just go ahead and do like Brian. You watch the video.
Hi there, my name is John Green, and this is Crash Course World History. Today we're going to is right now. Ancient Egyptian civilization lasted from 3000 BCE to 332 BCE.
So right now I can go ahead and add in an open-ended question and say, how long, this is really simple, how long did the Egyptian empire last? Can't say civilization because there's still people in Egypt. Yeah, I'll hit save. There you go. It'll get everything there. It'll add the activity. And then, of course, once again, you're just continuing area. And as you can see, you can trim the video, too, just like it is. I could hit trim here. And maybe I want to get rid of those last couple of seconds here because it's just a little bit of subscription. There you go. That's it. And then what I'll do is I'll hit trim. And as you can see, you can actually do a couple areas, too. You can go over here and click on the timer. You actually can do the playback speed. Maybe you want to slow this down for people or you want to speed it up. You also can add in different captions. So I would just put in English here so I get the closed caption. And if I click on here, I can change the visibility quality. But pretty much once this is all done, just like last time, I'll just hit save. It will go ahead and save and set up the video. It's ready to go. So now it's waiting to do a couple things. I can do live participation. I can actually play this video live for the class, and they can put in their information and answer the questions. Maybe when you do videos for the whole class, this is the way to do it. You can turn on student pace, which is really simple. I just put on student pace. They get a code, and you can actually require them from skipping, and you can change the date right here. So maybe I want them to go ahead and watch this video on the 4th, but they only got until Friday to get that done. Basically, we're on a tight schedule. I want them to do it. I can turn this on, hit apply, and it's ready to go. And I can send the link to Remind, Google Teams, Classroom, email, whatever one, or I can just put it on the front of the board, or I can make this part of assignment. It's all I have to do. And then that's really good. And then, of course, right there, same thing. I can, of course, go ahead and preview this, or I can just put this into a folder, but you can drag into this. So maybe I want to create a folder here talking about, I want to create a new folder. I'm going to just say history lessons. Hit create. It's good. It's, of course, empty because there's nothing in there. But unlike Edpuzzle, I can take the one I've already created on Ancient History, and I can just drag it in there, and it's ready to go, and it's set. And you can do that. And you can actually embed these videos in PowerPoint lessons or Google Slides lessons here in Nearpod. It's very similar. You have to play with it a little bit, but it's a really good way to do it. But that's a really quick little overview of how to create video assessments or assignments in either Edpuzzle or Nearpod. So go ahead and leave that there. Think of subscribing, and thank you for watching, and I'll talk to everybody later.